Right, so this lick has a whole bunch of chromatic ideas in it again, and there's kind of a running theme with a lot of these licks, and it's kind of just inherent in almost everything Guthrie does. He always, every note is available to him, and that turns into just chromaticism all over the place, but it never sounds like he's just playing every note. So this is, every idea we've gone over in all these licks that were chromatic based, you notice none of them really resembled another one. They're all slightly different, and that's kind of a testament to the fact that you could take any lick and you can twist it and turn it to where it never sounds like that original idea or concept. So take any idea you get, any lick, and just try and manipulate it a lot, and you'll come up with a whole bunch of your own cool little ideas. So this idea starts out running up some pentatonic stuff. And it just keeps playing around in that little E minor pentatonic area. Well, the cool thing about that is the chromaticism starts out actually on the right where that bend happens, because that's the minor third. Then on the next string he plays the major third, right? Then he pivots down to a note again, the E note, and he goes. Then he continues up the chromaticism with 3 notes. And then he just kind of does a pentatonic thing where he's going from this position, and he could keep going with that if he wanted. And then there's a cool little throwing in a couple bends in the middle of a phrase. And now you see how, I'm just messing around with that, but you see how all these notes are available, because then he starts going, he's just playing off this 12, 13, and 14 on the E string, and again that's kind of leading from the root to the 9th, which is a really cool tone, and he's throwing in a chromatic note in between, the flat 9. So you have, and then he starts sliding into other notes that are kind of outside the scale. And then he starts just walking up, bouncing off the 12th fret, the B note. But instead of going one at a time, climbing back down. Sometimes he does 2 notes, right? And then sometimes he does 1 note. And it's just this really cool way of throwing in chromaticism in between some of your blues phrasing, where he's bending notes and then you do chromaticism. So the last thing I want to just touch on real quick is the way he works out of this lick. You really have to pay attention to how he works in and out of all these phrases, because that's part of the way it sounds so seamless. It's a real art form. It's something that, when you learn licks or ideas, not only pay attention to learning those licks, but practice a bunch how to work in and out of each one of those licks. Because otherwise it might just sound like, you played an idea, then you played another idea, and then you're improvising, then you're throwing in a lick. You really got to seamlessly try and figure out how to work in and out of all these things. So this one he kind of works out of by doing this. Right? He just works right back into pentatonics. He's doing this walk up of chromaticism, pivoting off of the B string, and then he just gets right back into the E minor pentatonic stuff. It's really cool and really slick, and it just never sounds like, separate ideas.